not that bad. It's
All views expressed by the hosts and guests in this podcast are solely their opinions and do not reflect the opinions of their respective employers. Guests and hosts may maintain positions in the assets discussed in this podcast. This podcast is for informational purposes only, and nothing in the podcast is intended to be financial, legal, or even life advice. Let's see who's rolling up. Hey guys, what's up? It's been like a week or so since the last stream. Yeah, like sometimes I would see like people streaming at like.
Do you want to ping her, by the way?
Yeah, sure. Let's see.
Sorry, I am trying to post.
Yeah, please.
I don't want people to say that we are getting.
We are debating them.
Yeah, we clickbaited them, saying that there's a girl joining.
My God. I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it here because that would be doxing somebody.
Why are you acting?
No, because it's gonna be doxing
Show
somebody
your true
else.
colors, bro.
No, bro, no. Let's see.
Yeah, sorry. What were you saying about?
No, I think my phone camera is like a little bit lagging, but should be okay.
I don't think people have to focus on our face.
Yeah, bro. What have you been up to, man? Like, the biggest miss is definitely not longing circle.
Bro, like I couldn't. Hard. Wait, I need to send a few more messages first, so people will come to join. But like, what you been doing? Tell me what you been doing.
Mostly things that I cannot disclose yet, but I'll say it in a month or so. Yeah, like
what kind of stuff you been trading or farming?
Farming hyper EVM, trying a bunch of stuff. I know Sonic Season 1 just ended, so I want to see like how much that would give me, and I think they will have like they will be finishing with the calculation in like a week or so. Season 2 is going on. Let's see what else other than stables and that. Mostly chatting with just new DeFi founders and so on. There's nothing much exciting, and then just like farming very late PT, you know. So like I see, I need to only hold for like 2 days, but it's like 1%. It's not bad.
Sorry, I lost track a little bit just now.
No, man, it's okay. It's okay, bro. What's up? This is this is what it means to be live, you know.
Did you DM her to come in, by the way?
Holy shit!
You know, like...
Circle is yes. Bro, Circle is $200. What the
fuck? My fucking sister like 2x her money or something. Hello.
Okay, she's smart. Hey, Christine.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Nice meeting you. Sorry about
Likewise.
This outfit. I don't know. Are you familiar with my bullshit outfit that I do on stream?
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen your outfit a couple of times on CT.
Alright, nice.
There you go. There you go. You're like actually famous now, so.
I wish. I don't think she actually watched my content because from my audience it's 100% male. Like it's so funny. There's not even 1% male in our YouTube and our Twitter. So I don't know.
Maybe it's time to change that with you here as the guest, Christine. But thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. Have you guys tried inviting other female guests on this?
I will defer that to Lambro to answer the questions.
No, we had Sandra. No, it's our first. Like, but for non-live, we had Sandra and Tasha. Sandra from Kaito and Tasha from Infinity to come on. But like for live is the first time. I am pretty excited. All right. What we talking about today? Actually, before that, let's do a. Would you like to do a quick intro? About yourself and kind of stuff.
We're just gonna say, like, I'm sure a lot of people have seen your account, but I think it would be great to hear what's the lore behind the heiress and all of that.
Yeah, so I'm Christine Fang, currently at PSE Trading as managing partner. We are a discretionary crypto hedge fund. We do long short, mainly on futures, and our specialty is chasing beta. I think every cycle we've managed to sell pretty much the top for BTC. So our focus is very top down, macro based, and then we start looking at fundamentals. Yeah, and then the CT lore, how everyone else got to know me was because of the Eris matchmaking. I think that started when CL at one point was, I think, last year, November, was asking for a rich girlfriend, Eris girlfriend, and then I commented below, oh, I actually have a lot of Eris friends, so yeah, I set him up with a couple.
Mm.
And also set up a couple of other CT. Sorry, what did you say?
Is he able to close it up? Close the deal?
No.
Okay. God damn it. All right. And sorry, like you were like saying something else.
Yeah, I set up a couple other CT people with Erises as well, and nobody closed the deal.
Man,
I mean, it's supposed to be like that, right? Like CT is for weirdos like this, and it's normal to not be able to close like things like that.
And then a lot of people are commenting, "Oh, you're totally bamboozling your friends by introducing them to CT boys. What is your actual intention? Are you actually a Fed trying to obtain people's information?"
Okay.
Actually, can I ask, like, without naming who the CT characters are, are there any funny comments about them, or are they really weird in person? Like I'm sure that there's some girls top like, oh my god, he did this or something like that, right? Like.
You mean like my friends' comments about the CT guys, or the CT guys' comments about my friends?
Your friends
I care about the girls
CT,
commenting on the CT guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can change the topic,
I know, like,
but
I probably kind of disclose this, right?
There were a couple candidates where when they sent me their profile, it looked really good. Like the CV and then like the descriptions of themselves were really like stellar. And then they also sent some photos of their faces, and I thought, okay, they look actually pretty decent. Should be like a good match with my friends. And then they met. And then afterwards, I was like, hey, how was the girl? Did you like the date? And she was like, he was very, very awkward. And then I later found out that he had never had a girlfriend before.
Okay.
I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like, that's what's required to lock in, man, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's how you, like, make it. You really gotta lock in.
Yeah. No, but it's funny that we're sort of like starting with that, because then it's like it's like the balance of you doing like macro takes and about geopolitical tension, and like on the other days I would see you posting about this. So I think that's why your like account grew like very 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 fast. Yeah.
But I think there is one successful case, because at least they developed into bros. So now they play golf on a regular basis. I think that's,
of course, it's golf.
That's pretty successful, right? She didn't straight up block him, because one of the candidates that I set up with my friend, he tried video calling her before even having met, and then was like spamming her constantly in her DMs, like extremely aggressive. So
BD
she
work.
blocked. Yeah, BD work.
Bro,
book a time in my calendar, please.
And there are other DMs in my comments going like, oh, is there anything I could do for your heiresses, or like heiresses' fathers? Maybe he can pitch, he can invest in my project, and then go into like a full-on pitch with like the PDF of his project attached. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Hey, respect the hustle. Respect the hustle.
Yeah, I shouldn't divulge too much, or else people will start like actually. Yeah.
No.
Let's not ruin your date matching thing. But yeah. So you mentioned that you guys pretty much predict like most of the Bitcoin tops. Are you guys holding right now?
I love him. Just go straight to the point.
You're asking me if I'm holding Bitcoin, or what is our current
what's
position?
your view on the market right now, position wise?
I can give you an overall view on the market. So
let's start there. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we had a FOMC yesterday, so pretty much non-event. Investor also expected it to be a non-event, and then like FOMC's like Fed's approach to the meeting was very little change, and then they pretty much it's like a wait and see approach because of like the tariffs and then like the ongoing situation with like the US's take for the Israel war. So I think it's pretty much expected on the investors' side. And I think during the chair's press conference meeting, the tone was actually quite dovish. And Powell emphasized that rates might be lower if not for inflation driven by tariffs with the recent forecasts. And I think a lot of US economists and Wall Street banks are predicting that Powell may take a dovish pivot as early as July or September, with expectations for 25 basis points cut to resume in September. So I think that would be good for the economy. So overall, I think macro-wise, non-event, not to be worried about. I think what market is more concerned about is like the geopolitical tension, because I previously wrote like a short article about how wars are for dip buying based on historically what had happened on the market. Pretty much, I'm not talking about alts here, mainly for BTC. Whenever there's like a geopolitical risk, it usually recovers between 2 to 4 like weeks or like a couple months. So I thought at that time something like that would pretty much be resolved, but I think the Israel tension is a lot worse than what I had expected, and actually a lot of buy side investors are are anticipating what the U.S. will do next, whether they will strike Iran. So if that does happen, it will be a knee-jerk reaction down for the equity market, and I think the crypto market will tumble along with it. So it's looking quite uncertain right now. Yeah, I'm very cautious.
Got it. Any takes, Lambro? You know, I mean, like, obviously, I think we all know, like, this is like the thing that everybody's looking at. Dude, like, I was very pissed because like I was like longing right before the strike happened. I'm like, come on, man, like, just like every single time that ETH made a new high, there's a freaking war. I mean, like, come on. It's like a curse for like ETH. But yeah.
Personally, I'm long BTC and ETH right now, and I'm shorting like a bunch of uh, I think tokens that will go down because of vestings and stuff like that. I'm pretty much net neutral, but like I just assume that my alts will drop harder because of like vesting and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, like I saw that one of the best performing vaults on HLP is long BTC, long hype, and short pretty much everything else with high inflation this year. But yeah, maybe, just a quick follow up, just to give a bit more context for the listeners. I don't know how much you want to disclose, but I want to give you some airtime also. Like maybe you can speak a bit more about like PSE. What's useful for you. Like should folks reach out to you with like trade ideas? Like what are you mostly focusing on? Like anything that you wanna share.
Yeah, so we are focusing on our trades for the second half of the year. I think first half was quite tough because we were a little more optimistic than the rest of the market, but the altcoin market was actually quite disappointing for liquid investors because there were barely any altcoins that managed to outperform BTC. So I think a lot of like the liquid investors are in the industry in the first place because they believe in like crypto, and they also want to believe in any projects that do have potential, but it has mostly been disappointing to the downside. So I think only Hype, Kaito, and a couple other coins managed to outperform BTC. So overall, on the altcoin longing side, it was very challenging. And also on the shorting side, timing wise was a little bit hard to time because
Yeah.
you saw those rips of like IP and then some other altcoins. So
The TGE
timing was
Yeah.
rather difficult. So I think the entire landscape is a little bit challenging. So we want to reassess that right now, whether a better liquidity environment will approach in August, September, or to remain a little bit more cautious with our book. So that these are like some of the considerations that we are going through right now. Yeah, so we've been around since 2020, and then as I had mentioned earlier, our edge is chasing beta. We are very good at, I think out of all the funds, we're probably one of the best at managing managing drawdowns. I think this is quite important for liquid funds because some liquid
Yeah.
funds, they have huge upswings, but when market is very volatile or there is some very
Yeah.
unforeseen
I
event,
know.
they drop quite a lot. They drop between like 40 to 80%. So we've never seen something that significant before because we have always been very defensive on downside management. So yeah, I think that is our edge.
There you go. I mean, like Lambro, you do a lot more perps trading than me. Any questions you want to ask?
I like I'm not a great perks trader. Like I like to trade. I trade things that I believe in basically, and I believe like a lot of coins cannot beat gravity right now. So in any interesting pump, I'll try to short it, and then I try to hedge it with Bitcoin and ETH long, just in case if the market just suddenly goes up and I get wrecked basically. And been okay. Like so, I've been shorting like PIF, ATH, also like ZK Seng.
Wow, very, very public. Perhaps we should get them on here to defend their token.
No. I'm just saying the short term.
That's why you
Short
have
term
this outfit going on, right? So the projects, when you meet them on conferences, they don't punch you.
No. I mean, my size is not size, so it's okay. I mean, my size is not size. It's just like, I'm so
size.
open. Like, even if I'm public about it, no one's gonna hunt me down because like I'm just so my size is tiny as fuck, so it doesn't really matter anyways.
You're not James Wynn.
But bro, man, I wanted to.
We love an honest man.
But yeah, that's why I did, and also because I was gonna say, I don't know, like when
What
I
were you
wear
gonna
this, I
say?
feel like I can be.
Why do you have this outfit going on?
I was saying because I don't know. I feel like most CT guys are weird, and then including myself. So I try to cover myself, and so I can be the full CT person that I want to be. Like when I'm in public, I feel like I'm a little bit different. But then when I'm on Twitter, I feel like my true inner self that I can just talk shit as much as I want. And that's why I put this hat on, even though it's like hot as fuck in here. Because like, I'm in Hong Kong, right? I think we know. It's like my ears is literally sweating right now, even though with the full AC on. Like, oh my days! You know, this is where I bought this. This is like some. The Taobao link is called like TikTok cute streamer hat for girls. so like, yeah, it's pretty stupid.
Wow.
Okay, let's.
Face of
I
judgment, look
don't
at
know
the
what to
mouth.
say.
He's like, I don't know what to say.
She's like actually speechless. She's like, okay. Got it. Yeah, I wanted to get you on also just to mostly, like speak about. I feel like lately we have been seeing like more and more liquid funds being very active, like either like Maple Leaf with like Folius with like BitClub, and then we just saw like the token transparency, like the L1D folks, they and like Blockworks doing all of that. Do you, are you more of like a fundamentalist, or are you still mostly just like discretionary beta?
Mm, I think our edge is definitely more discretionary beta, but we are also like a fundamentalist because we do talk to projects quite a lot recently, like the pre-TG projects that are on Kaito. We talk to them, ask them a set of questions that is like standard protocol for DD to gauge if the fundamentals is okay and if we do want to invest in them buy them on the open market. Yeah.
So
Got it.
do you mind me if you ask a little bit more detail? What is fundamental for you guys in general? Let's say Kaito. I think we kind of get it. Like my point is saying that I think fundamental is very weird right now in crypto in general.
I think different projects are pretty different. So for Kaito would be like revenue and then taking a look at their mindshare stuff like that. And then I think for Kaito, it would also be quite event driven because Yuhu, I think, is a founder who is on top of everyone's mind. So if he does a lot of roadshows, say with liquid funds, I think the price actually moves. So that is some alpha right there.
Exactly. That's I agree with you 100%, and like for me, like fundamentals is how well they can attract buy power. Basically, either it's from a narrative point of view, or if it's a first of its kind, or it's just the founders is just willing to do sales pitch everywhere kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. I think Kaito also stole another project's launch. That project starts with an N.
Oh, we had them on like last week or the week before to use their tool to track tokens and stuff like that. Good too though. Good too though.
Yeah. I mean, like they literally stole. Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. But okay, let's move on to.
I'm saying too much on this. I should just jump off this call.
You should come on. Do you want to? I feel like we should talk every like bi-weekly or weekly. Like you probably get sick of me.
I'll lose my job. No.
I mean, maybe we do some drinks and stuff like that on the Friday night. We can like it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Come on.
Bye.
Okay. Back to questions. All right. So, in terms of trading, wise, like personal or as the fun, do you guys like to trade on day one?
What
Or
do you
TGE?
You mean day one of listing? Yeah.
Yes.
It depends. It depends really. Yeah, like open interest and based on our due diligence, what we expect them, how we expect the coin to perform. Yeah.
I see. Marco, have you started doing day one trading, by the way?
It's not really my style. Yeah.
I mean, for the fun size, I think it's hard. But like, I think this is something that I find fun, by the way. So it's like, if you believe in your gut feel, engaging the buy power, it's actually quite profitable right now to trade on day one. Just because, like, I think a lot of projects are trying to start the price at a lower, like they want the TG at a lower price, so people can actually make money trading it. Meaning it's supposedly undervalued as they launch a thing, and or also you have like some teams that just be like, fuck this shit, let's just put the price here and then let them so it's like sorry. So it's like so it's like you can kind of like it's clear direction, you know what I mean? So I think you should try like with like fucking directional trading on the
You're so
first
Chinese, like the onomatopoeia dong 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 dong.
Dong, 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 of course. Like, wait, which
Oh
part
my
of
God.
not Chinese? But like,
I'm like a
I'm
third wheel here. Okay, but okay. Wait. I wanna like we can talk a lot about markets and just banter and chit chat, but like I feel like not a lot of people know your story. Like I don't know how much you want to disclose, but like any crazy trade story or like how did you get into the space initially? Like any past mistakes or when?
I got in touch with crypto initially when I was still a student at Columbia doing my master's, and then crypto hit. I mean, what am I saying? COVID hit. Brain rot from crypto. COVID hit, and then I last part of like the school semester was online. So then I went back to Bangkok to finish my studies, and then I had all this daytime to explore what I wanted to do, and then I thought, okay, I wanted to intern at a crypto exchange to understand more about crypto, because at that time I already accepted a sales and trading offer. So I thought, okay, I'm going to explore TradFi, so I want to explore something in between, like more innovative. So I did like a crypto internship at ZipMex, cryptocurrency exchange, second largest exchange at Thailand at that time.
Yes.
So I did a lot of like private placements for ultra high net worth individuals, and then also did special projects. So I thought that was super interesting. So that was when I first got in touch. But then I left and then did full-time sales and trading anyways. And then while I was in sales and trading, ZipMex went down because 22 happened. I think they invested in Celsius and then used, customers' funds, treasuries to invest in a lot of like questionable things. So that was like so they went down.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
So-
And then you founded PSE after your
I'm
sales
not
and
the
trading.
founder of PSE. Founder of PSE is Paul Wang. He's been in crypto since 2019. Yep. I'm just the managing partner. who deals with the
Nice.
day-to-day of our fund.
So
Got
when
it.
you first started, like I just wanted like this is a casual chat, so I just want to know where you first started. What was your first vehicle in crypto? Like, what was it? Perks? Was it DeFi? Was it NFT? Was it GameFi? Was it like what got you in?
Perps. I think
Ooh.
I'm pretty good at perps. I still had I don't know if a lot of people remember me from my previous solo trader era, but I would post a lot of like P&L flexes. Now it's like so cringe when I think about it. But yeah,
Mm.
I
Is
had
it is it
some.
is it on your main account? Like I'm just gonna scroll down. Okay, okay.
Pin the tweet. Highlight.
I'm not sure if it's still there. You can try and find it. Yeah, it was from like a while ago. I'm
I
not sure if I
see.
took it down, but yeah, I did a lot of
What
like P&L flexes.
what
This
kind
was
of
like mid.
strategies do you think it works?
Yeah.
Is it like are you do you like to be TA driven, momentum driven, or like is there or gut feel vibe trader kind of thing like?
Um, Vibe code definitely does not work for me. What really worked for me was, still macro event based trading because in 23 everyone was still very unsophisticated. So say like a piece of news with like macro data or economic data come out, I think CT doesn't really react to it immediately. But then I think I had more of a TradFi edge, so it was quite easy to trade for me. But I think this cycle that edge is overall pretty much gone now because BTC has turned into like a macro asset with all
Yeah.
of the institutional players lumping in. So yeah, that was previously my style. Now it has to be more fundamental driven, a lot more research, due diligence to stay on top because liquidity is very spread out and there are a lot more projects. And I think narratives are also like only focused on a few coins at a time. So if you're managing LP's money, you didn't catch the coins that bounced the hardest on like rebounds, then you're pretty much underperforming. Also, if you like hedge or shorted like too early, then your book also saw like a big drawdown. So it's like a hard it's a fine balance to, achieve.
Okay. Can I ask you all right, I'm gonna ask you a lot of questions. If you don't feel comfortable answering it, we can just say move on, all right?
We should
What
have like
ne
a code word in Guangdonghua for
I don't do well with rejection, so like let's not do that.
Okay.
Oh my god.
But yeah. What are some favorite narratives you like right now?
Uh, Not excited about much right now, to be honest.
Let me
What
I
get
is the
think
some.
narrative that you want
it's
to
more like consensus call because of like the DeFi. The DeFi narrative is picking up because that's what TradFi likes, and TradFi
Yeah.
definitely has a lot more buying power. Like it's pretty obvious with what you saw with like the Circle premium upon IPO. That was pretty amazing. I think everyone
Freaking
CT
insane.
people mid curve that, whilst TradFi people never saw something because it doesn't really have any comparables. So all the TradFi people were piling their money in as like a crypto proxy, and then CT on the other hand mid curved it, thinking, oh, this is like overvalued, blah blah blah, what a piece of garbage. So yeah, I think with XRP as well, everyone on CT is what is this? Meanwhile, TradFi is tracing it. So I think it's better to remain unbiased right now. I think DeFi could
Did
be
you long that?
XRP.
No, Circle.
No comment.
Okay, no
come.
worries, no worries.
All right.
But like, dude, just gonna like quickly echo that. It's so true. Like, I've seen so many like fundraisers from 2023 and 2024 that completely pivots into some form of like stablecoin like yield. I've seen like 5 of those in the past like 2 months. They're just a complete pivot. So like they raise a lot of money in last cycle for like a different project. Yeah.
Question. So, what is the favorite narrative to short right now?
Wow.
I love the tension in the air, bro.
All right, next question. My bad. Uh, all right. Do you mind if I throw up some tickers and you have a one-liner comment, or
No.
is that a little bit too sensitive? No.
Pass.
Okay.
I don't want projects to not talk to me.
Okay. All right. What's the most bullish project then? All right. Let's do some coins. favorite project to trade on right now?
The consensus is definitely Hyperliquid, but right now I'm a little bit worried because it's a very crowded trade, and also what happens next when Coinbase has perps and all these centralized exchanges have perps. What is the US users on Hyperliquid going to be doing? So this is something that I'm taking a look at. But I think yeah, the ecosystem will definitely be very fundamentally very strong.
What do you think is like your most like contrarian take in crypto right now?
Contrarian.
Yeah, like something that you feel like no, you don't agree with like whatever the consensus is saying right now, right?
Maybe pump fund is a little bit overvalued.
Oh, right, because you had the Bloomberg article.
Oh, wait. Well, I heard pump fund. Sorry, I was distracted for a second. What did you say?
Do not reference my Bloomberg article.
Yeah.
Skip.
No, she only said that like pump fund may be overvalued. That's it.
Oh, do you mind if we talk about pump fund actually? I think this is going to be like the biggest highlight, like maybe in the next
You
week or
guys
two,
can
right?
talk about it. I can be like a Huaping.
Bro, the way she talks here, it's killing me. Like, I don't know what to say. Shit.
Okay.
But yeah, on the real side, like, what do you think about the pump fund, bro? Like,
Me? Yeah, I mean,
yeah, for you.
no, like,
Yeah.
like I can share my take on this. I mean, I've seen the deal. I mean, I'm no longer in venture, by the way. So like, stay tuned to what's next. Wink, wink. But yeah, like I did see the deal. I feel like at 4B, it's if they really do the buyback, I think it's gonna have a short term pump, but I don't know how high. Like if they're gonna go out of the with whatever is being reported by Blockworks and all of the others. So I'm just relaying whatever is being reported from the rumor mill, right, on Blockworks and so on. Like if they indeed do the buyback right away, I would speculate on the upside. Yeah.
So like as you know, I'm a big pump fund user. So like I think there's a few things to think about, right? First, they're giving 25%. I guess their float is going to be what 30% or 35% ish, and then 25 of it is going to be airdrop, right? So I think what it really matters who are they airdropping to because it does make a very big difference in the holders essentially. So I think I'll be waiting for who will get the airdrop. Is it the people that are launching the tokens, the devs, or people who are trading the tokens once the token are graduated, or are people that are aping within the pump fund bonding curve? Like I think that changes the dynamically. Like even though I'm not like a pump fund bonding curve like trader, I think it makes more sense to airdrop it to them more than devs actually, to be honest.
It's just a very interesting game theory to map out for the first 48 hours because like no one is locked, right? So I mean like all the PBs and Falcon X will make a shit ton of money for people trying to hedge and stuff. It's like I think it's just about like really game theorizing that first 48 hours is most interesting. Yeah.
What do you think about any comments, Christine?
I think what I can comment is that there are some liquid funds who pass on the allocations. I think vesting is a little bit iffy for them in this environment, and mostly people are trying to see how pump fund is going to do on the open market. So yeah.
Yeah, it's
Let's say
also,
if you're
I'm hearing other stories about like how it's oversubscribed, which is like true.
Yeah.
To be honest,
that's what I heard also.
If you're only planning to hold it on, let's say 1 to 3 months, what MCAP do you think it would be ranging around?
2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
I'll speculate 6 to 8.
Okay. I think it's going to be higher just because it's pretty much the only product found product market fit. It might have extreme volatility because of the regulation and all those kind of stuff jump in, but I think in general it'll be a very good trade place to trade. It'll be a very good token to trade around, I think. And then excited. Really
I
can't
also
get
feel like
anything.
the X account ban, I mean, like all the
Yeah.
GMGN and then Pump Fund disappearance right before TG is actually quite unnerving for a lot of investors. So, yeah.
Yeah, I heard that was like an API issue, but I don't know the full story. So yeah,
API issue? Really?
yeah,
I thought.
as in like these platforms use a lot of the Twitter API in a way, but like I don't know, like I need to confirm my source there, but I read something about that. Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
I hope I like I'm back biased, but like, I hope they do a big airdrop like Hyperliquid, please.
Christine,
Hyperliquid.
do you guys do like OTC also? Is that something you can share?
Mm, yeah, we can share. We have chat to projects about OTC, but we haven't done anything yet. So we're mainly still, on sexes doing perps.
Got it. Got it. All right. Let's see what else. What else is interesting? You're right. It's been a pretty quiet news cycle.
Oh, I thought you wanted to chat about like Labubu and things.
Oh, let's actually do that. Okay, let's just move to the fun stuff. Okay, Dio, I freaking sold it during like Bangkok last year. So I sold like the first top, and I just never looked back, which was a mistake. But okay.
Wait, you're talking about the Solana one, right?
Yes, bro. Like, come on, like you're like doing the BSC ones. This guy,
Yes, sir.
you're so.
Yes, sir. Bro,
Oh my
this is
god.
my girls.
Whoa,
This is my
whoa,
girls.
whoa.
Like I don't like this shit, but like this is my girls. And then she made me ape the Solana one. Then I rotated to the
BSC one.
the BSC one. But actually I hold the stock as well. I hold
Oh wow.
Pokemon. Yeah.
Wait, since like last year,
So
that's
you
probably
made
like
money because of your
outperformed.
girl.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Wow.
Subsidizing. No, like so I actually held it. I held it for quite long, for like over 3 years or 4 years, something. When it first came out, it was like the Disney. It was the Disney for China, right? Chinese, right? And then I like the
Lina Bell,
story.
right?
Yeah. And then like I'm a big fan of Manghub. Like I don't know, like like blind box. Yeah,
Blind
Manghub
box.
and Asia. So it's like okay, cool. And I like to buy things, and then like because yeah, but basically my girl has a lot like nephews and things that I was very young. So whenever I go visit them in China, I just see them spending money on these fucking shit. I was like, all right, fuck, let's long this, and then yeah.
What is the
Yeah.
sentiment right now of
For
for Labubus?
Pop Mart.
Are your
Yeah,
friends,
yeah,
your
or like
girlfriends still crazy about it, or they think that the hype, they're not too enthusiastic about buying like other little clothes or pieces for the items, accessories?
I'll let you
in
answer that,
terms
man. Like I have zero context on this.
Okay, so it's interesting. So like every time where I live, yeah, it's the shopping mall has a Labubu shop basically, and because the way they so do you know how the sales process actually goes other than sentiment? So to give people a little bit more context, it's like they do limited edition, occasional stuff with limited stocks. So like you will have to line up to buy stuff, and then they will randomly restock it basically. And then and then each of them are typically like a blind box you see depending how lucky you get. People like to weight them, like to shake them, etc., to see figure
Yeah, I mean
out.
it's like gacha and all that. Yeah.
I think they still love it. I think it's still a thing. It's just that as crypto or Sky, you just assume things will fade away in like 2-3 months. But actually, I think this thing has been brewing for quite a long, and then there are loyal fans to it.
Actually, for the Pop Mart stock, it dropped around like 5 to 6% yesterday because of the news that because the price was dropping like crazy. Actually, it was the day I asked whether when should we like start shorting Pop Mart, and then that was the
Yeah.
day it started dropping because they suddenly restocked it, and then all the resale prices went down, and
Went
then
down. Yeah.
the stock price also, the investors saw that, and then like stock price tanked immediately. And
Yeah,
also, I
bro.
feel like the China craze has pretty much died down because in Asia, Pop Mart and Labubu's had their era. I would observe like the crazy lines in Shenzhen, but then the hype was like dying down, and then I think the hype went over like globally to Southeast Asia and then US. I went to New York, and then that's when this Pop Mart craze just started like starting. People were lining up, so I feel like it was going around. From Asia, it's already faded, and then North America is just like catching on.
Yo, you see these drop shippers business right now. So I don't know. I'm guessing the top is near because drop shippers are doing courses and selling like Labubu accessories or finding the arbitrage between countries right now. And you can
Damn.
see it on Xiaohongshu and and YouTube stuff. It's pretty funny.
Dude, like the last time that I was, like I could remotely relate was when I was lining up for Supreme Box logo back in college.
Wow, you're a cool bro. Yo, shit, you're cool.
No, bro.
Supreme,
it was
like,
such a shameful
shit.
era, bro. Shameful era.
Luckily,
yeah.
the only thing I chased was Jordans, like back in the days, I think, when I was playing basketball still. But that's about it.
I see. I wanted to move on to maybe one of the last topic, but since you had some experience in TradFi and so on, I actually want to talk a bit more about the Treasury company. I know a lot of them are starting to pop up in like specific, like Bitcoin Treasury company in Hong Kong, in Japan. I know a couple in the works in Southeast, in Singapore and Jakarta. So yeah, just wanted to get your take on like the region specific. Do you think it's a mistake or just like some opportunity there, or is it just like an opportunity only if you participate in the first pipe, right? And then there's like pretty much nothing else. Like, what's your take on this? Because I know just to give a bit more context to the listeners, also, without naming names, I know a couple prop fund and liquid fund that's been doing this instead of crypto lately. Yeah.
I think it's making me a little bit uneasy because there's definitely a premium to these vehicles, and MicroStrategy, for example, definitely drops a lot more than BTC when it retraces. So if we do see something unexpected, say like longer than expected geopolitical tension, or Fed suddenly does not plan to cut rates, and BTC suddenly retraces, drops below 100K level, what is going to happen to these treasury companies? Also, not even these treasury companies, like the corporates that have been buying BTC, and then all these like inflated, like very knee-jerk reaction to the stock prices, and also like Lion Group buying Hype and all these altcoins. Yeah, you can look at the performance of their stocks historically, and then you can look at the trading volume, and then you can see the reaction after they announce that piece of news. The attention that they managed to gather was very, very temporary. So without this, you can pretty much imagine how they're gonna trade down the line. So yeah, it is a bit of a concern, like the treasury companies at their acquisition rate right now for us. But again, also people are arguing that BTC has totally changed the cycle. We no longer have the 4-year cycle because it is in fact a macro asset. And then all these institutional buying power and demand, these are buyers who buy and hold, like pension funds, family offices, ultra net worth individuals. They buy and hold. They don't really trade. So I think it's also pretty much reflected in the price action, because initially in 23 I would trade around macro events, as I had mentioned, like BTC would go up down like 10 to 20% on like FOMC events, and there was like extremely high volatility. You could see that there was not a lot of these players in BTC back then, and then right now with like these macro news, it barely budges, so you can see what kind of asset it has turned into. It's very efficient right now. Yeah, but I do have a cautious stance on these treasury companies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Been thinking if we should long them or something, but
looks like he disagrees. What is your opinion?
There you go.
No view, no edge. I have no edge there. I have no view there. So that's why I don't really touch those things.
Dude,
basically.
but you just said like a family member along circle and twixt the money, and you missed, man. Come on,
I missed.
You need to
missed.
have some view.
I'm that dumbass CT guy that mid curves things. Like I'm like the mid curve DeFi guy in crypto, and I'm like the mid curve crypto guy in real life. Like I'm not gonna fucking make it, man.
No, bro. It's not a therapy session again. But okay.
But the thing is, like, the thing is, like, for me, for my personal money wise, right? It doesn't make sense for me to trade these stocks just because first the premium moves so quick. I don't have information edge. The fees, everything. I might as well just long more Bitcoin and stuff. It's not like I'm going to long the stock, short the Bitcoin, and just trade those kind of stuff.
There's no capital gains tax in Hong Kong.
Yes. Zero.
And you probably would have made a ton more money longing crypto plays on TradFi rather than longing your altcoins.
Yep, 100%. Like for sure, for sure. But it's just like one of those things that I just kept like, yeah, I just kept
Mid-curving.
mid-curving. Yeah, and I kept thinking like, because I was looking at the cycle of the news as well, right? Like all those what was that thing called? Like the one that looks like Metal. Yeah, Me Too, and then how and there are a few like stock like crypto theme stocks and the poker game one as well. Like it's like
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable to put size, so might as well avoid it. And I kept thinking the cycle and the reflexibility was getting like it wasn't going as quick, so I just and then I wanted to get into circle, but I just got busy, and then like some shit happened on my side, so I just didn't ape on day one.
I think, like I aped Coinbase when it went into the S&P because there's like already a lot of platforms like somehow that's supporting it. I think they just need to be faster. Like I don't know if it's just me because we're all like crypto native. Like I'm too freaking lazy to like go to like IBKR or like all of these platforms just to like long crypto stocks. But like if any of the on-chain products can be ready in 24 hours, even with higher slippage, I think I would ape like personal like smaller size and so on.
Whoa, that is a very interesting point because there's so many DEXs trying to onboard stocks and
Yes.
ETFs.
Yeah.
I think starting with Hyperliquid.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to
It's
be good.
interesting that you bring out the point that you would rather trade on crypto platforms, these stocks, rather than trade on IBKR. Why is that? Because IBKR
I think
actually has like,
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's a lot safer. So tail risk.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Like my experience with this was fairly limited, like on like 3 or 4 years ago. But I just feel like maybe if you're already locked in there, like sort of like you're already in that ecosystem, you've been using it for quite some time, you're used to it. But with the time zone difference and like all of that, sometimes it's like I don't bother like restarting the whole account and like all of that. So yeah, I guess it's just maybe it's a smaller TAM for just us crypto degen, but I still think there's eventually gonna be ways that you can get market share by doing that. Yeah, by doing crypto stocks.
For me, it's just lazy because like I don't want to move my money around. I don't have money parked in. Like last time I used IB and Futo heavily was I had some money parked there, and then once I moved it out, I just can't. A lot of times I just can't be bothered to move the money, and then so I think also like keeping margins and stuff, right? If I can do everything on Bybit or if I can do things on Hyperliquid at the same time, I will.
Oh yeah,
more inclined to do
Bybit
that.
stocks is gonna start. Yeah, I think
I
that's
haven't
gonna be
started yet, but like so
yeah.
the thing is like because I started trading a little bit more on mobile, so like I like to use Bybit just because of like the USDE airdrop and using it as margin as well. So it's just easier mobile because I don't think there's much good decentralized perk that is like mobile friendly. So
Very good point. Yeah.
and like
There you go.
yeah, so it's just convenience in my opinion. Like to me, trading everywhere is fine, and also like if they can do, to be honest, like if it's a trustworthy company that can issue synthetic price of stocks that I can use perks, it'll be even better.
But I'm guessing
There you
there
go.
wouldn't be a lot of options. There would probably be like the ETFs and then the FX options. And they would
Yeah,
probably need
like
to get securities license for like the single stocks stuff.
yeah. Bro, Marco, I think you're trading on Ostium, right? Is it Ostium? Is it correct? Oh,
Back then it wasn't that because like they didn't have Coinbase. Like I don't really want to mention the like other names because it was very small. I was very scared. I was just putting like low size like, but yeah.
I see. Yeah,
Hint, it's on base. Yeah.
okay.
Like the open interest is kind of shit though. Like if you hit like six figures in like open notional, then even the funding is kind of bad. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, can I be pushy? And if I name 7 coins, let's do 8 for luck. Like if I name 8 coins, can you pick 3 or 2 out of them to comment?
I'll just say like or yeah, like or dislike.
Like or neutral.
Like yeah, like
Yeah,
or
one
neutral.
liner. Give me one liner. One line. The conversation will be. Okay. Sorry, I won't push. I won't push.
Okay, let's start.
I get scared when she like don't smile. Her face is like her face just is actually angry. Like, I get scared. Like this is better. But yeah. Okay. Let me see the first one. ATH. Athia.
What? ETH.
Marco really don't read my shit. I'm like
Neutral.
I'm short as
Neutral.
fuck on it. Neutral. Okay.
Neutral, bro. Yeah.
Goat.
What?
Goat. GOAT.
Neutral.
Oh.
Bro, are you
Yeah.
really gonna neutral? Alright, cool.
Well, tell me,
I'm
what's
not-
your opinion on gold
Yeah.
then?
Yeah. I'm also like neutral on it. Yeah.
I was long gold. I was lucky. I got lucky basically. I was long gold, and then they tried to do this thing. And once I saw like the new upgrade or the new focus is a website, then I just shorted it a little bit, and then I exited. Like
Yeah,
yeah, I
exactly.
didn't
Then
do.
it's neutral.
Yeah. I wanted you to tell me some shit to like help me decide like on my sides, basically. Like this is for me. This is
Maybe
not for the
offline.
audience or the community. Okay. Let me see. What about Renzo?
Haven't looked into it.
Neutral also. Yeah. Dude, you're like looking into like interesting tokens. What?
Bro.
Okay.
I think that do.
Okay. Let's go.
Sui. All right. Something more bullish like Sui. Potentially
Very
bullish.
neutral. Very, very neutral.
Fart going to family office.
Okay. Trump.
Very, very, very neutral.
I would punt just because I think he's gonna crime.
Okay. The thing is, like, each crime's volatility is going lower. So I mean, I've been
Yeah,
betting
of
on that
course,
for a while,
yeah.
and then like I don't know, is this the end? I don't want to like lose money on the last like like the last time. This is how they always get you, right? The last time.
Yeah. Yeah.
There really is no buying demand. Remember the time that
I know.
he announced that he was going to issue debt to buy BTC? I think a lot of people thought that Trump coin was like a direct proxy. It was going to pump because DJT, the stock, pumped.
Yeah.
Donald Trump media pumped, but Trump coin didn't do anything. Interest is
Yeah.
gone. I think too many people got burned by it. And then people
So,
who
like,
made money moved on and never looked back.
It's good. Yeah. Like so my strategy right now is whenever it pumps, I'll short it a little bit, and then but the problem with these kind of strategies is that like I can't do too much size compared to my margin. So it's like as it pumps, because I know
Yeah, and-
gravity will happen, and I just keep adding.
And you have to be very, very active in like looking at it. Yeah.
Someone in the chat asked BMX. I don't even know what BMX is. Is that Binance coin with
BMX. Like
the binary X thing? Is it? What the fuck is that?
it's Bitmart.
Bro is in some weird shit.
Bitmart.
Oh,
Anyway, what's
I've never
the next
looked
one?
into
No
it, not
comment.
sure.
Yeah.
me too. Sorry, bro.
Dude, I'm like
okay,
scrolling CG and Polkadot is still paying for their moving logo. They should just pay us to have their logo moving around. Okay.
Bro,
Anyway,
did you hear that
what's
people
your
getting
next-
paid 500K to gamble in casinos?
Oh yeah, maybe that's the next
Not
gig.
everyone is offered that.
I know. It's like
I
like
would
the top
love to
dog,
get
but
paid to gamble. Like whatever I get paid, I'll put it back on the table for everyone, or I'll hire some people dancing in the back or some shit, and I'll just be playing online roulette all day. Ah, shit, that is gonna be fun. But
dude,
yeah.
I laughed so hard at what's the like the reply.
Yeah.
Who wrote,
Thank
who
you
wrote the
for
reply?
the-
it kind of reminds me of the whole like kick.com like streaming and like all of that. But anyway, yeah.
So okay, actually, so why are people against people streaming gambling? By the way, like I feel like shilling referral links of gambling is better than shilling some shit tokens online, or I don't know if you know what I mean.
I think people are. I think a lot of people are just jealous that other people are offered, 6 figures per month. I think that is actually what I think is why people are angry.
Yeah. On I can tell you though that like on like Twitch, like some of the arguments that I heard, because like initially they did not ban it. And this is super tangent and like off topic, but like initially they're like supporting like DraftKings and all these other like sports betting. But back then, like Stake.com, their license is actually like a very weak license. And then if you see their like HQ on like Google Map, it's like a freaking shack in the middle of nowhere. So it's like they're just trying to make sure that like if they allow you to sponsor, like you have to be super legit and super tight, right? And I actually fully agree with Ansem. At least the crypto companies, like the crypto casinos, are trying to be like on-chain fair, right? Like you can verify everything, but in like any of these like Web2 hybrid, like you can't really tell if the slot is rigged. Of course, it's rigged against you, right? Like it's like it's like a much more obvious like old school casino playbook.
Do you ever use online casinos, by the way?
No,
I've never
I
tried properly.
I just trade memes. Yeah.
Yeah, I never tried properly. Like there was a few times that I was like drinking with my friends and we were just bored. I was gonna try that, and I realized it's not as easy to even if I just want to shoot a few $100s in to just play around for a night.
Yeah, that's a separate conversation that I don't think we should do in life. But yeah.
But yeah, all right, that's about it for us. Do you have any question for us, actually?
When did you guys first get into crypto?
You want to answer first?
Yeah. So I started crypto around like late 2019.
So
I
you're
used
an
to do
OG.
no la. I wish round trip too many times. So I joined like late DeFi summer. Did a bit of yield farm, and then I got lucky in getting into Axie Infinity early, and then started playing it and actually enjoyed the game. So like we ended up having like 300 scholars. I believed in the bullshit, so I didn't really sell. Also, it's my first time that I realized I can't short things too much. And then since then, but like made some money there, and I want to double down being early. So I like every new narrative, Ponzi, all those kind of stuff. My strategy has always been like trade Bitcoin and ETH while betting on like small caps that can potentially 10x just because like it's easier. I think I did better when DeFi was more logical, the market was more logical, and then I kind of like lately I've been doing since then I've just been doing whatever is new, which is not as fun as before, I think. But yeah, Marco.
I'm an even more of a failure of an OG, I guess. I'm just kidding. But I did the ICO era, but I was in college. Also, like I was stateside, but because I was in uni, I fell down the rabbit hole of like, oh yeah, imagine if I turn 1K to 20K, if I double down 3 times, I'm gonna be a millionaire. Like it's such a stupid mindset. But then I got liquidated on BitMEX a couple times in 2018 and so on. So, but yeah, that's all the battle scar. Like Icon ICX was my first ever ICO. Like the Korean Ethereum, if those of you like who remember that shit from 2018. Yeah, that's like pretty much it. Yeah.
Damn.
Do you? Yeah, we actually very different lah. Like the thing is like I never really gone into heavy perk trading. It's always only been like a small part of me. But like I think I'm pivoting to more perk trading just because altcoins is so shit nowadays.
Fair.
I think the sentiment is shared.
Yeah, like holy fuck! If you didn't trade meme coins this year, you probably didn't make money. Like that's it.
Wait.
Like they.
Wait.
That is not
No,
true.
go,
If you
go
were very intensely shorting altcoins, you made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're right. But like I agree. But like it was harder than 2020 and 21. Like maybe I didn't develop or evolve from it. But like this year, if you didn't trade memes, shorting everything works. Memes, BDC strategies. That's about it, really. Like what other like.
21 was just easy because it was DeFi summer and there were just like very few coins available. So it was like the beta lifting all the boats. It's not like a thing where you had to have like a real skill. So Even if you
Yeah.
blindly bought a couple of altcoins, it just went up with the market like beta. So I think that
I
was
feel like she's
21.
like low key attacking me while she's doing her hair, but like it's just
It's
dumb
like attacking
people.
like the majority of
whatever
like
you
crypto Twitter.
whatever you buy will go up, right? Is the market lifting you up? Like, all right, cool, thank you. Yeah. Send someone to lift me up, man.
Should I leave this show right
No,
now?
I'm joking. I'm having a lot of
I'm
fun.
joking.
Please come back again.
Yeah, please. Wait. Before we ask her like the final question that we ask like every guest, I know you've done some events. So we have done some events at conference. We should do a joint event. I'll put you on the spot.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward.
There you go.
By the way, have you ever watched Jeopardy before?
No.
You mean like no?
Is it called Jeopardy? I don't know. Like, but basically, we want to
Yeah.
we might do like a live game show soon, like for fun.
Oh.
Like you know those like answer a question and then you get money kind of thing, and then you have to fight with other people
Jeopardy,
to like
yeah.
something like that. Yeah. I can't
Interesting.
stop from her facial expression. Her facial expression.
It's like so there's like
I don't know. Like, okay.
there's like typical like 5 categories and like 5 level of like and 5 level of like difficulty. So like let's say if it's like crypto lore, and then you would say who tweeted steady lats, and then like you have to like beep, and like if you
It
know
would be
like
so
okay
embarrassing if I couldn't answer all of like those questions. So, but yeah,
No.
I think it would be fun.
Yeah, all right, let's go. It'll be fun. All right,
Yeah.
thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much for having me.
We always ask this question right before everyone leaves, is that what do you think is required to make it in crypto?
I think the easiest to make it in crypto is just to be perpetually very optimistic. Even if some really bad event hit you, even if you got drained, I think as long as you persist, even with a small amount of capital, you could easily make it back. Actually, I can share an anecdote. So one of our best traders, called William, he joined us with like a debt, pretty big debt, and by now his net worth is over 50 mil US. Yeah, so he joined with a debt and then reached 50 mil, over 50 mil US, all within 3 years. So it's possible if you just keep persisting. I think if he gave up at that point and decided not to trade again, definitely we would never see him. So I think he persisted, and then he also brought like really monster gains for our fund. So yeah, it was a very turnaround, very stark success story.
Just keep clicking.
Just keep clicking. I'm with that.
All right.
I got hacked, drained, and like multiple times. So like, yeah.
I got
it's hard.
sent like Zoom links all the time in my Twitter
I'm not
DMs.
fucking
It's
touching
like
Zoom links,
actually
okay?
insane.
Yeah.
The key is, if you're worried, use your phone.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
use your phone to go on the Zoom. That's it. Like, but yeah.
Yeah.
Or second PC or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
But yeah, thank you so much for your time, Christine.
Thank you
I hope you
guys.
enjoyed this as well.
It was so
let's
fun.
do it again. All right.
I
Yeah.
hope
I can't
I
tell
hope
because you
it's
don't
not too, like,
smile.
edgy.
It's like I feel like you force yourself not to smile sometimes. It's like you smile a little bit, then you just like, oh, okay, and then I thought I pissed you off or something.
What is that? What Marco thinks as well?
No comment.
I love it. All right, that's a wrap. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
See you later.
We will catch you next time, Christine. Cheers.
That was fun, man.
Come
That was
on.
fun. I like it.
It was fun.
Are
It
we
was
still
fun.
live?
Yes,
still
we are
live.
still live.
Oh shit.
Wait,
Okay.
all right.
Okay.
Holy
nearly
shit.
took
All
some
right,
shit.
I'm gonna stop it first. All right, guys, we're like way over time, so we did tease something there, right? So we might be trying game show. So if you have any suggestions on who will be a good guest, and if you're a project and you want to get pretty good engagement, just with a couple with like $1,000, like you have watched like Jeopardy, it's cheaper than paying your shitty like anyway, just DM Lambro, and there's gonna be a lot of clips because it's a Jeopardy, it's gonna be sponsored by your project. But anyway, I'm gonna stop there. Okay.
Bro,
Shameless.
by the way,
All right, guys.
someone in the chat said, "Good chat, guys. We'll get her fired or in jail next time."
Wait,
Yeah.
Who said that?
I don't want to dox. All right, take care, guys.
All right. Cheers, take care. All right, I'm gonna stop this.